Good evening, everybody. Hope this stream finds you well. Welcome back to the beautiful Lake of Rot, the central cloister. No, don't do it. Oh. Message appraisals. Brain of Menses, Danger Man, great to see you both. Doing very well. Hope it's doing awesomely for you. So, last time we met the Voidborn. These guys are praying to something up there, which I'm really curious about. But there's a boss this way, so we're going to be spending at least the first however long it takes us. Ooh! That's really good. I have a general sketch, but I don't think I'm as far as advanced as you are. With, like, sketching out character motivations. I was actually asking earlier about Ul, but it doesn't seem like there's very much in item descriptions about the Eternal Cities or Ul in particular. This cloister is so beautiful. And such a tonal whiplash from, like, what we've seen. I think earlier today we were talking about the Black Knives in server. Let's high five the stake. Damn it. Thought I had that. Got a blood proc on him. Yeah, it is. Got him. Thankfully, Mimic did their job, put in an extra bit of blood proc for me to take advantage of, and distraction, which was the biggest thing. It took pretty much all of the punishment. Remembrance of Astel, natural born of the void, hewn into the Erd tree. The power of its namesake can be unlocked by the finger reader. Alternatively, it can be used to gain a great bounty of runes. A malformed star born in the lightless void far away. Once destroyed, an eternal city and took away their sky. N falling star. Come on. N falling star? A falling star of Owen. It reminds me of a bug I've seen before. It has like I know I saw that it was using blood grease, which I have one of. I think it only used like one, but I know it used blood grease. Mimic is what I'm talking about. Because I did pan over very briefly and saw that it had blood grease on. Again, something fairly Lovecraftian. Something held in common with Bloodborne and Shadow Tower Abyss. And once again, I mentioned that Abyss in Shadow Tower Abyss actually literally just means outer space. And it seems like that's the same thing that happened here. That void is the same as the outer sky, the outer space. And let me just read something again because yeah. Destroyed an eternal city and took their sky. We read earlier that a couple of the Eternal Cities, especially Noxtella, I think, was banished from the surface, I think, and banished away from the night sky. So I guess this is Astel's doing. Also, we do have a weapon that we probably should look at again. It's a dagger. Wing of Astel, crafted from a relic of the natural born of the void, who was said to have assailed the Eternal City, destroyed it, leveled it, and took away its sky. So, as I was saying, void is probably the same as the outer space, at least in this case. Where are we? This is right... This is almost right under an Everjail. Because that's an Everjail. And I'm not sure if this area in particular is... Well, no. Because that should be accessible too. How interesting. This would explain why the Academy City is sinking the way it is. So, yeah, Astel looks like a bug I've seen in real life, but I can't quite place it. I don't know if anyone's done any, like, look-see. I suppose that would explain why there's a seal from Caria here. I expect that we're supposed to go back to Ranni? Isn't that strange? Huh. Yeah, there's something right over here we haven't seen. There's I think an Everjail right here, and there is something down there. But right here was where Astel was. The Lake of Rot is underneath this lake. Huh. Where did she go? Says northeast. Huh. Guess we're going back to table to see if we can't upgrade anything, level up, and then keep moving.
Greetings. Are you here for
Need glove wart 8.
Well, I took you for dead. No matter, it's all the same. Lay out your arms then.
We are finally at Blood Fang 9. Which is pretty good. Let's talk to the finger reader. We haven't spoken to them in a while.
You have returned. What is it?
We still only have... Huh. How? So Elmer's a champion? I'm actually intrigued by that revelation, that Elmer is a champion. Let's read this. Battered iron helm from a foreign land. It's actually tilted up. You can see the nose pointed northwest. The winding rusted iron bars are a mark of the guilty and typically indicate a sentence of death. Elmer murdered numerous instructors and merchants and was known as the bell-bearing hunter. Oh yeah, this was that reference to Blasphemy, right? The winding rusted iron bars are a mark of the guilty. It also reminds me of the Exiled, because the Exiled are all wrapped in barbs like that too. Yeah, I've heard. Let's go see. But first, with the power of remembrance, you can draw out power, but you can only do that once. So this is boss weapons. I'll have to figure out where to duplicate them all. Let me do this first. And then we'll go to Muriel.
Greetings. Do you need anything? To experience the miracle, absolute. You know, it's a famed sculptor of the when he glimpsed the
Okay, we heard this already. People went and killed Pope Turtle Hat for the science. There's lots of little journalism articles about it. Trying to decide where to go. I want to go back to near the capital. But I'm just trying to decide if I should go check on everything else first. See, that's what I didn't get. Because I don't have the Ring of Oath. To go past. So I went back up to see if she was still there. And she's not. She left a grace. But I don't have the Ring of Oath. So I can't get past the carrion seal here. Oh, you know what we should be doing? I have to go back to Renala's boss room. Because we got a key to open something up there. Ma'am, do you have anything to say?
Art thou now assured of thy want to be born anew?
No, it's fine.
I would birth thee.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure you would. Oh, yeah, this has changed. A doll resembling Ranni the Witch, from head to toe every detail is perfect. The chillness is gone, feeling now like an empty husk. There is no response. Yeah, there's a couple of places in Stormvale that I don't think I even saw. And the tree spirit is still alive down there. I mean, I guess I'll get around to it, but... Dark Moon Ring. Ring depicting a leaden full moon. Symbolic of a cold oath, the ring is supposed to be given by Lunar Princess Ranni to her consort. Ranni is an Empyrean, so now there are at least 2 confirmed ones in this playthrough. Her consort would by rights earn the title of Lord. A warning is engraved within. Whoever thou mayest be, take not the ring from this place. The solitude beyond the night is better mine alone. So the seal is gone. Very looking fauna. Very alien. Astel makes me think of a dragon a little bit. Not like it's a dragon, because it's not, but like it's hoarding the night sky. My suggestion, Tenno Martin, is that they move in circular wave patterns. So if you can dodge away from them or in through them, depending on the wave pattern, then you'll be fine. Visions of tranquility, all the more. Why is it always bliss? We're on the other side of the village of Albinarix. So I'm just going to go look behind things. So here are those beams of light we saw from Ranni's rise. The Moonfolk Ruins. Stop running, you will only die tired. Whoops, just used my last blood grease instead of healing. I need to swing by the Church of Roses and pick up some more blood roses. Praise the stars. Thank you. Oh, is this a trapped treasure chest? No dragon ahead. I didn't pick that up because I wasn't sure if that was a trapped treasure chest or not. We'll tinker with that when we're done. Hey, somebody in our group defeated a shard bearer. What a cool looking dragon. Looks like my dog when my dog wants some food. Manus Celes. Picking up shards of starlight. The stars shattered here. Sigh. You can run from it, you can hide from it, but gravity will get you all the same. Where's my sapling? Oh. A cave hewn of tree roots. The first thing we should do. No, get out of the shot. The fingers have the same rune that was on... Yeah, Ranni's singing. I mean, I got that wrong. I got that, Danger Man. I was just going to talk about the fact that wound looks like the wound that was on her body at the Tower of Liurnia. Like almost exactly the same half moon death mark that was on her body. See how it fingers out? Lover ahead. She has removed pretty much all of her clothes. Including her hat. Bathed in what seems to be her own blood. If we consider, like, the two fingers and their requisite demigods / Empyreans as being linked somehow. Yeah, she's a doll. I'm pretty sure, like, this is how they've put the doll together. You can see the ropes holding her limbs together. In a sort of wrapping. Very old-fashioned type of doll. I really should find better gloves.
So it was thee who would become my lord. Perhaps I needn't have warned thee. I am pleased, however. Thou art a fitting choice. I go now to the night sky. It is there I shall find mine order. I bid thee travel the path of the Lord, and once all is done, we shall see each other once more.
She has, in essence, taken her own fate into her hands. Da 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 da. What is that up there? Oh, so that's a message. Okay. All right, let's try it on. I don't think I'm smart enough to wield the MLS, but let's try it on. Yeah, definitely not smart enough to be wielding the MLS. Requires 38 intelligence. And no amount of two-handing is going to make it any better. I'm not smart enough to make this a thing. Okay. A moon greatsword bestowed by a Carian queen upon her spouse to honor long-standing tradition. One of the legendary armaments. Ranni's sigil is a full moon, cold and leaden, and this sword is but a beam of its light. Unique skill, Moonlight Greatsword. I am but a humble bloodhound. So, in context of this game, the Carian Queens give a Dart MLS to their spouses, which means Radigan should have had it. had one. Shouldn't he? Also, the continuing connection between cold and peaceful with death and the moon. There we go. Back to the sword that is calm and lovely. So we have chosen a spouse. Hooray! Alright. I guess that's that. Praise the stars. I did try it. I'm not smart enough for it. Hooray! Thank you! Thank you, Captain. I hope to see you guys all at the wedding. The registry will be at Target. If I keep going this way... Yeah, if I put a marker there... Lots of implied lore there. Ranni threw away her... And it kind of goes back to what you consider the two fingers to be. And I'm not sure if I've decided that either. But, she has killed it. And it is the first time... How rude. I was talking. So what are people feeling about the two fingers? It seems like Ranni has severed herself from what the two fingers represent. Which is actually somewhat of a bold move. Well, they all are. Or they're like... They've become wooden. Like, even the dead ones on the towers are kind of like that. Yeah, well, she had to get a very particular sword that signed the death warrant of an entire city. And then carved like the literal word of light up for death into the fingers associated with hers that she kidnapped and set away from the Divine Tower. Because her fingers were not there on the Divine Tower. That's kind of what I'm spitballing. These wolves are not to be trifled with, man. Alright. Look at these angry snails. Bear. What are you trying to hide from me that it is that all of these enemies are so beefy? There's something very large. Is it the dragon up top? 'Cause there should be a dragon over here. Seek 3 great wise beasts. You know, I could have sworn I've seen this rise before. Have I been here? Yeah, I only say that because there's another rise that has the exact same riddle. I didn't solve it then either. Wonder what beast it's talking about. Couldn't this be a butterfly? Dog? I said always dog. It's not a dog, it's a cat. Likely horse. Something in my earphone. You? What are you people doing here? Really? More? What are you hiding? Damn it. What are they hiding? Time to run in. What is going on up here that there is all these ragamuffins? See you later, Danger Man. Jeez. Buffer. Now I am intrigued. I had no problem with the boss version. The field versions? Yeah, the boss arena was it was flat. My goodness. I keep getting hit with, like, getting stuff into the buffer. That's happened to me in the Necropolis, too. With this enemy. Good dog, though. Now we are going to rob. Interesting that the Crystallians are a recurring enemy. Okay, so if we're correct, that's Liurnia, and that's the converted tower. Which means that beam of light should be the minor Erd tree. Northeast, there should be another one. My goodness. Are the minor air trees giving up these beams of light? Okay. What's next is I want to give it a try to the scorpion while I think about that. Are the minor air trees basically a prison? No butt stomps! That went terribly, but I do much better damage. It's weirdly cute, but it's frustrating for me because I'm melee and not even just that. Dex, which means I'm a blood build, which this thing does not do. I'm trying to use elevation changes to my advantage. I was trying to be slick there. That's funny. So he does take extra damage if you hit him in the skull. The problem is hitting him in the skull. Hey, dearly delirious, what's going on? We beat Astel, so we were just exploring, and we got engaged. How about that? Ranni? She gave us a sword as an engagement gift, which was quite good. Come on. I was out of that hitbox. Yeah, her quest is super good. We've got to do Little Soul Jar quest. Find Alexander. Finish Fia's quest, I think. made a too small circular dodge window. Yes, this is true. From what I've heard, yes, this is true. Although one of the endings is very hard to undo. Like it requires an extra boss or something. Yeah. It's that one. Yeah, it's very hard to undo. Gosh darn it. I don't know what happened to my reaction, but... That was tough. That was a tough fight. Falling Star Beast Jaw. I assume... yeah. Part of a falling star beast jaw, hard and shining black, fashioned into a weapon. Yeah, you have to hit it in the head, and, like, hitting it on the head is, like, real hard to do. And I was pretty much doing R2s the whole time. With its sharp point, this colossal weapon can skewer foes. Unique skill, Gravity Bolt. Imbue the jaw of Falling Star Beast with gravitational lightning. Sending a bolt crashing down a short distance away. Can be fired in rapid succession. We did it! Yay! That was probably one of the tougher boss fights I've had. So, has anyone spoken a little bit more Starlight Shards? Because the stars themselves have fallen into disarray. Has anyone talked about these? These, like, half bowls are pretty much everywhere there's a major boss. Like, what are these bowls supposed to represent? Like, there's engraving in them, and they're all coming to this singular skewer point. Are these supposed to represent the stars coming into a single tree? Are they supposed to represent the moon? Yeah, are they a sundial? Like, they're everywhere there's a boss. Or, like, a major boss, anyway. I'm not sure if they mean something, but I'm like, I've seen them everywhere that there's a boss, and I'm somewhat intrigued. Let's see. They could be phases. Let me get out the... I wonder if this boss exists if you come up here without having triggered the meteorite event. Unleashed the stars. Is there a grace up here? Was this here the whole time? I don't think so. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Yeah, I don't have enough for that. Oh, there's an invisible scarab over there. Hello, friends. There's none of those invisible scarabs. I completely, just didn't even notice when we were at the capital outskirts. Okay, so you come up here. Damn it, missed. So, did you guys see that Edge magazine gave Elden Ring a 10? It's kind of nuts. Edge is notorious for being extremely difficult to get a super high score out of. Like, normally a game will be like, an 8 or 9 or something, and Edge will probably give it like a 6. Gosh darn it. Thought I started that a bit earlier. There we go. Ash of War through and through. Yeah, like... Reviews are reviews. Are reviews. I just feel like that one bears special mention just because they have a very strict standard. The Ash of War grants no affinity to an armament, but imparts the following skill. Through and through, powerful archery skill using a great bow held in oblique stance. Ready the great bow, then twist the bowstring to fire a mighty great arrow that can penetrate through enemies. This would be really cool. Oh boy. There's a Crucible Knight in Stormvale? Yeah, like, I know there's a whole section of Stormvale I just did not see. Because, you know the way down to the tree spirit? Like, there's a closed door and a way down on that side to the tree spirit. And I have no idea how you get there. Actually, there is a Rain of Arrows thing. A friend of mine was talking about it today. That's how she was, killing dragons. Ah. Yeah, I haven't seen it myself. She was just talking about it today, actually. Oh, to be a hand spider. Buried in the sand. I am going to take off the gestures. Lord Rickard. If this putrid field of death is what your blasphemy would bring, then I can no longer abide. No one can. Oh boy. There's a worm face over there. I only came up here to collect rot flowers, and you guys come at me with a dagger. It's definitely rude. More fan daggers. Here's the dead Erd tree. Oh. What is that? That's a dragon or a tree spirit? We'll have to come for that soon. Alright, we've been down there. Yeah, that looks like it's a putrid tree spirit. It's basically it doesn't look burnt. It looks like it's been poisoned, but it could... Or like ripped apart from the top. Loki, sit down. Like, it's poisoned. Obviously, if we look at the bottom, and the tree spirit is putrid as it rides around down there. And it looks like it's been kind of ripped in half. You know how you're a kid and you just like pick something up from the top and just rip it off? That's kind of like what it looks like. But it could also be burnt. Either way, it's pretty dead. So I'm gonna have to go back to the Grace, because my dog has just been deposited up here, and he and his blindness is trying to decide if he should jump off of the bed to be in my arms. So I guess that's enough for me today. A little rest here to reset everything. What is up there? Telescope. Huh. That would be this way? Yeah, here's the broken air tree. It's now filled in on the map. I'm not entirely sure if it's burnt, but it definitely looks like it's poison. Actually, it looks like... So, up the street, I have a fairly large park. It actually spans my city and kind of the little town next door, because it was back in the day when, like, wealthier individuals in my city were, like, willing land and stuff. So, like, half of it is actually a golf course, and the other half is a regular park. Although the whole park is, like, run by my city. Anyway, there's a lot of trees. But a lot of the trees at this park have parasites and diseases. So if you look really closely at them, the trees, I mean, there's these other plants that kind of snake up the trunk, and those are like the parasites. So a lot of those trees, some of the ones that have succumbed, look like this air tree. This over here is pretty interesting. Yeah, there's a lot of parasites in this game. And I know I've said it before and have talked a little bit about it before, but like, bacteria and parasites are carried through like meteors and meteorites and stuff like that. But also there's a healthy dose of like biblical eschatology. I'm fairly convinced that like the whole lake of rot thing is an allusion to the biblical wormwood. I wrote about this on my Twitter. But Revelation 8:10-11 speaks about wormwood and how a red falling star crashes onto Earth and turns a third of the waters bitter. I'm paraphrasing Revelation, I'm sorry. But we zoom out. The entire lake of Liurnia underground is the lake of rot. All of this is rot, along with the big, like, you know, all of this. We haven't gone underground, Limgrave. But, like, it feels like if you were to take a third of the lakes and rivers of this place, of this whole, like, of the map, it would be rot. And combine that with, like, the rivers. I'll have to go check. Or you'll have to tell me next time, where to find it. point me in the direction. Yeah, he can't help it. He can't help it. He's a falling star, falling red star. Anyway, yeah, so Wormwood. And that seems to track with everything going on, with falling stars and meteorites and space crashing into the world. Like, I feel like Wormwood is a big key to what's going on, especially with the rot. Especially since it seems that the rot and the scarlet rot disease that Millicent had couldn't even be alleviated by the demigods when the demigods were, like, sane. So it feels like a lot of that has something to do with some of the ontology that's going on here. Anyway, I have a fairly restless dog who really just wants me and wants me to put my controller down. So, thank you so much for joining me. We actually got some major walls out of the way that we ran into on Saturday and Sunday, so that's good. And we'll be entering the Volcano Manor on one side and the capital on the other. I have seen the final boss, yeah. Like, I haven't looked at the endings, but I've seen Ongbal do bits and pieces of, like, some of the final bosses, like SL1 Wretch, No Spirit, blah, 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 blah. So I've seen them. I haven't seen the endings. Like I said, I'm not super precious about the spoilers. Like, I know I could have gotten BlockTube and, like, blocked everything, but whatever. Anyway, I've got a restless dog, so thank you guys so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time on Elden Ring. Until then, I'll see you guys on Twitter and Discord. Bye, everybody!